Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video, we'll be talking about this week's bonuses, especially when it comes to money in Grand Theft Auto Online. And they all have to do with the Motorcycle Club properties, which is actually really good. The Motorcycle Club business in general is pretty mediocre, and you're not going to make a lot of money with it, as I've talked about on the channel in the past. However, every now and then Rockstar does bring up a good week to make a lot of money with the motorcycle clubs, so because of that, today we'll be talking about what businesses I think you should buy, which ones you shouldn't, and why. So let's start off with the nightclub. Why? Well, if you make your way over to warehouse management, you have nightclub technicians. And with these technicians, you are able to source goods for free, never lifting a finger, that will automatically turn in the money. For example, right now I have $350,000 worth of money in my nightclub, and I haven't done a single thing to get that apart from basically be AFK. So the way to have these warehouse technician sourcing is by owning other properties. These guys are going to go get goods from those properties and throw them in here. So cargo and shipments is pretty basic. That's like special cargo. Same for sporting goods. That's like your hangar business and stuff like that. So cargo and shipments don't have to do with the Motorcycle Club property. However, South American imports, pharmaceutical research, and cash creation are the three highest paying when it comes to the Motorcycle Club, and some of the best to make money with the nightclub. So to have South American imports is the Coke Lockup. So you're definitely going to want to buy the Coke Lockup this week. Pharmaceutical research is the math lab, so you'll want to own that. And then cash creation is also the counterfeit cash factory. You're definitely going to want to purchase these businesses this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, as all Motorcycle Club properties are 30% off this week, including the clubhouse and all the businesses themselves. So as we can see, some of the more expensive properties like the Vespucci Canals Counterfeit Cash Factory, normally 1.6 million, this week you can get for 1.1 million. However, when it comes to location, buy the Sandy Shores locations. My counterfeit cash lockup is somewhere around here, and my weed factory somewhere over here. My Coke lockup is over here. And you might be wondering why I own these properties when I could buy, especially with how much money I have on the account, properties in the city. And the reason why is actually pretty easy to understand. When you do a sale mission, if it's in the city, you are going to have to sell to Sandy Shores. Which means, especially if you're in a public lobby trying to get that high demand bonus, it is going to leave all of your product in the city. So somebody can just drive up to it and blow up whenever they want. However, if you're doing the sale mission, let's say for your math lab right here, and I do the sale mission, then it's going to leave my vehicles here, and then I'm going to have to drive to the city for the drop-off. It's a lot faster because driving to the city is more of a downhill gradient, and it's just a better location to leave your vehicles. So that is why I always recommend to just own these Sandy Shores properties, especially because they are the cheapest of the properties as well. Not only are the motorcycle businesses themselves 30% off, but you can also make double money with the sale missions this week. Now, I was going to do it in a public lobby. Unfortunately, I got a really bad mission and the game bugged out, so I just said, screw it, I'm going to go into an invite only and do the sale mission. And after restarting the lobby a couple times, as we can see, I have gotten the best mission by far, which is a singular truck delivery. This allows the motorcycle businesses to be alright. Usually what I like to do, especially on double money weekends, is I will try to sell in a public lobby. And what I'll do is I'll just session hop, I'll start the sale mission, and if it's a bad sale mission, let's say like the planes or garbage trucks, I'll literally just load into a new public lobby. I'll start the sale mission again until I either get like motorcycles, helicopters, or the truck, as these are by far the easiest missions to get. The truck, especially because I'm in a solo session, is just so simple. I mean, all I need to do is go from point A to point B, and we're done. There you have it. Weed delivered. $590,000 thrown into my bank account. And I got an additional $100K for completing the weekly challenge. So that's actually $690,000 I made for a very easy, simple sale mission. What I will say as a quick disclaimer is that I don't think motorcycle club businesses are the best, especially when they are not double money. You're just not going to be making much with these properties. I would recommend to leave them dormant, make sure your nightclub makes money, and once this week is over, possibly just wait for another double money sale mission in the future. The only property I would say out of all the motorcycle clubs that is worth it is usually just the Coke lockup. I think that one's actually alright because it earns a lot of money hourly. But yeah, the other ones, especially with how painful the sale missions are, I just can't say are worth it outside of double money. And then we arrive to the final way of making double money this week. And I actually think this is the best way of making money that Rockstar's actually introduced in a while, which is the Motorcycle Club Contract Board. A lot of people don't realize that the Motorcycle Club contracts are actually a fantastic way of gaining some quick cash, especially if you are a new player. This is such a good way of earning a couple $100,000 every hour. So in front of us, we have a couple jobs. We got Cracked, Gun Running, and Life and Death Bikes. I've talked many times on the channel, and any fans that watch the channel a lot already know what I'm going to talk about, but Life and Death Bikes is amazing, and I'm going to showcase how easy it is to earn, it should be around $52-ish, $3,000 in about 5 to 4 minutes of work. So we are going to make our way to Vinewood Hills. We can see that we have a timer in the... Actually, no, you can't see the timer in the bottom corner. My body is blocking it. But if I move like this, there you go. Now you can see the timer in the bottom corner. So we'll see how long it takes me to complete this mission from start to finish. Depending on which mission we have, it could be a little different because you have to do a bit of a drive to actually get to the ending area. But I usually like to just pull out the oppressor. I don't have the oppressor Mark II in my motorcycle club garage because it's in my Terabyte to get a faster cooldown on the vehicle itself. After making your way over to the destination, you're just going to ignore literally all the guards. It's so easy to do this. You're going to see there's a bunch of guards scattered all around here. I usually just pull out a pistol, and what I'll do is I'll just bomb the first one in the head like that. None of the other guards are going to see. I'm going to run past, and there you go. I'm inside the building. I didn't alert anybody on the outside. Then what I usually like to do is pull out my Stone Hatchet. So there we go. I've got my Stone Hatchet out. We can see that there's a couple people right in front of us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak right up to these guys. I'm going to bonk him, and there you go. Now we basically have invincibility. So I don't even need to really worry about this guy downstairs. I'm just going to run up the stairs over here. And we're just going to go into this room, kill this dude with a shotgun. There you go. Sometimes there's somebody in this back room here. However, it looks like that is not the case. So yeah, that was pretty easy. And it's just such a good example on why the Stone Hatchet is an absolute dub. So there you go. First guess, we got the elevator door open. That's actually incredibly lucky. Usually you're getting like tased or something when you try to open the door. So after making your way to the elevator, I would highly recommend to pull out some sort of assault shotgun or weapon that will do a lot of damage. I'm going to use the explosive shotgun just because it is pretty effective at knocking him down and incapacitating him, as we can see. And then I'm going to kill these guys off to the side, and there you go, done. Now we're going to hop on the death bike and exit the garage. It's been about 3 minutes at this point. We can see that if I move my camera again. Actually, no, I guess we can't right now. There you go. 26 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. So now we just have to drive 1 mile. One of the great things about the death bike is it's actually incredibly fast, and we can see that here. I mean, I'm absolutely flying down the road, and I just got flown off my bike because I hit a little orange pylon. That is very, very sad. So after making your way over to the meeting point, usually what I like to do is pull out something explosive. It makes doing these missions a lot easier because all you're realistically going to do is blow everything up around you. So I usually just like to pull out an explosive shotgun. This usually clears the majority of threats. Then we just got this one guy left over here, which I'm trying to hit in the head, and there you go. So we cleared the whole area. It has been 4 minutes and 50 seconds at this point. And Malik is going to call me on the phone. Now Malik is going to ask me if you own the custom shop, whether you want to drop this bike off inside of your garage, or if you want to just finish the mission right here. If you're new to the game, I would highly recommend to just sell it because you're not going to have the clubhouse, but I'm going to go bring it back to the clubhouse because of the fact it's going to give me some extra cash. So we made $80,000 for just bringing the motorcycle back, taking around 7 minutes, which isn't too bad at all. But let's say if you don't own the custom shop to bring the motorcycle back, you just want to sell it right there, boom, finish the job. Well, you're going to earn $55,000 $1,000 with about 5 minutes of work, because the normal payment's $27,500. So if it takes you 5 to 6 minutes on average, let's say you can do this mission 10 times an hour, that means you can earn upwards of $500,000 to $600,000 an hour just doing life and death bikes. That's a lot of money, especially if you're a new player. So I would highly recommend to take advantage of this if you're trying to get your criminal enterprise started up, you're a new player. This is a great way of making money and adding some cash to your account. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you'd like to see more like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.